You're very welcome back to Unstable TV. So today we're checking out another reaction sent in from you guys on our USA reactions playlist. But before we get into that, if this is your first time on the channel, do not forget to
like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell, and if you're back with us again, thanks!
So what are we checking out today, Danielle?
So today, James, we're going to be having a look at 50 fascinating facts about the US that you didn't know. Did we know them? Who knows? Let's see.
So without further ado, let's learn this together. Let's go!
Today we are looking at 50 strange and or little known facts about the United States.
Strange.
Now, before we get into this, I got a side note for you. There are some extra strange things that have gone on in this country that I had to take out. Yeah, I went down a long and twisted rabbit hole researching this video. There was a total about 20 things that ended up on the editing room floor, so to speak, that definitely would have gotten me demonetized. Maybe I'll make another video with those and put it up on like my vlogging channel, or I'll just put it on Twitter. Who knows? If you want to see that one, let me know in the comment section below. Today's video is kind of funny. Some of these
let's see what the one that would have got you demonetized.
Most of them you don't, but I guarantee you're gonna find quite a few that are really interesting. Got it? Get it? Good. Let's take a look. Number 1, the state of Alaska is big. As a matter of fact, it is so large that it can hold the entire state of Texas inside it twice. Number 2, there's a town in Pennsylvania called Intercourse. Number 3, the world's largest frying pan is in Rose Hill, North Carolina. They actually use it to cook with occasionally. It's not just some fiberglass frying pan they put up for decorations. Number 4, the first American flag was sewn by Betsy Ross, who was only paid $1.25 for her work. And even by today's standards, it wasn't much. In today's money, she got paid $34. Number 5, Wyoming was the first state to give women the right to vote. It was in 1869. Number 6, there's a town in Arizona called Nothing. Number 7, the tallest mountain in the United States is Denali. It's actually the highest mountain peak in North America with a summit elevation of 20,310 feet above sea level. If you look at base to peak, because it's the land that it's on is above sea level, it's about 18,000 feet. Number 8, there's a giant ball of twine in Cocker City, Kansas. It weighs over 17,000 pounds. Like most of you, my first thought was, why? Number 9, the United States is the only country to have landed humans on the moon. Number 10, the state of Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people. Number 11, the shortest river in the world is the Roe River in Montana. It's only 201 feet long. Number 12, the Statue of Liberty.
Probably still bigger than all of Ireland.
Arrived in New York City in 1885. Here's the strange thing. It showed up in the United States in 214 crates. Putting it together was going to cost a lot of money New York City didn't have. There was at least 5 other major cities that wanted it that had the money to put it up. New York City was about to lose it. So it sat in crates on Bedloe Island. Giant newspaper man Joseph Pulitzer started a funds-raising campaign that got the money to put Lady Liberty up to where she is to this day. In 1956, Congress renamed Bedloe Island to Liberty Island. 13, there's a town in Nebraska called Monowai, and it only has 1 person. Yes, it's a real town. It's incorporated. Number 14, the United States has the largest number of billionaires in the world. Number 15, the highest temperature ever recorded in the United States was 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's in California's Death Valley, and it was in 1913. Number 16, the longest suspension bridge in the United States is the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York City, which spans over 13,000 feet. It connects Brooklyn to Staten Island. I was going to do one of my little things where I like to give you the wrong answer, like I was going to say it connects Staten Island to Queens, but New Yorkers lose it if you make that mistake. Even if I say I'm kidding afterwards, they still won't recover. 17, the United States has the largest prison population in the world. 18, the first McDonald's restaurant was opened in San Bernardino, California in 1940. It was just a single place. It wasn't until 1955 when businessman Ray Kroc got involved and started it on the path to what it is today. 19, the state of Maine has the largest toothpick manufacturing plant in the world. Like sleep tonight. Number 20, the world's largest diamond was found in a South African mine and was later cut and polished in New York City. 21, the United States has the largest economy in the world. 22, the first successful powered airplane flight was made by the Wright brothers in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina in 1903. The strange thing is, it wasn't at Kitty Hawk. It was south of Kitty Hawk at a place called Kill Devil Hills.
okay.
And the other strange thing, most people think it was just a glider. No, it had a motor. 23, the largest ball of paint in the world is in Alexandria, Indiana. You know why?
Ball of
That's
paint.
where it should be. 24, the Grand Canyon was formed over millions of years by the Colorado River. Yes, millions of years. 25, the first public library in the United States was opened in Boston in 1854. 26, the first successful heart transplant was performed in the
Probably by
United
an Irish
States in
person.
1967. I didn't know it was that far back. I thought for sure it was going to be in the 1980s. 27, the state of California has more residents than the entire country of Canada. They have more maple syrup, though, than California. 28. There's a town in Iowa called
course.
What Cheer? And it's a fitting name because this place, there's no cheer going on here. It's nothing but boarded up buildings. 29. The United States consumes more chocolate per capita than any other country. 30. The highest waterfall in the United States
Yeah, we can
is
tell.
Yosemite Falls in California. It drops 2,400 feet. 31. The longest escalator in the Western Hemisphere is in the Wheaton Metro Station in Maryland. Number 32, the United States is home to more serial killers than any other nation. Like, way more. I don't know if it's something in our water or
That's
what's
not a
going
great
on,
trophy
but
to
we
have.
always seem to have a new serial killer every couple years. I mean, we have some that are working all the time, working. That sounds great. But yeah, it just always seems like every handful of years, we get
It's a
some
full-time
new
job.
serial killer that's been at it for like 10 years. 33, the first U.S. capital was New York City. 34, the United States has the world's largest military budget. It's over $800 billion right now.
Yeah.
Next in line is China. They
Shocked.
estimate theirs is about $250 billion. And India's after them, and they have less than 100.
So just with the military budgets, it is 6 months old, so it is going to be different. Some people come out as being like, that's the wrong figures. It was the right figures at the time. It's just different now, that's all.
And no one was surprised that America consumes chocolate the most because a lot of Americans are of a thicker milkshake build.
They have a lot of names on this list for towns and stuff. It's a bit wild.
Yeah, the chair town in Iowa, I thought it was just a bunch of people who like transformed into wooden chairs and just sat around rocking back and forth. But that's just me because Iowa is a bit of a strange place. Anytime we watch any videos on America to do with Iowa, there's always something random or weird going on down there.
America's a wild place.
And serial killing is a full-time job. Now you know, if you didn't know before, now you know. America, that's nothing to be proud of. Sort your people out.
And neither is the prison stat either.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe there's a bit of correlation there, you know?
Well, I mean, it has a lot of billionaires, and I'm sure a lot of them billionaires are invested in the prison system.
You're not wrong.
Definitely know the one about the Boston Library that was made in like 18, I think it was 46 or 56, could be wrong. That was well created by an Irish person because Ireland just invaded Boston.
Well, we were moved to Boston.
No, according to the fake history books at the moment, they're trying to say that, even though we were brought over on coffin ships as slaves, but we won't talk about that.
That's a different video. But if you want us to talk about that, let us know, we will.
Billion. 35, there's a town in Oregon called Boring.
Another town.
36, the United States has more tornadoes than any country in the world every
That's a
single
twist.
year. 37, the highest capital city in the United States is Santa Fe, New Mexico, at an elevation of 7,198 feet. 38, the world's largest snowflake on record fell in Montana in 1887. It measured 15 inches wide and 8 inches thick. At some point, doesn't it stop being a snowflake and becomes a really nice looking chunk
Yeah.
of ice that fell from the sky?
Christmas.
39, the United States has the most airports. 40, the first drive-in movie theater in the world opened in New Jersey in
Okay. Well, so it was, like,
1933.
cinematic.
41, the first person to receive a Social Security check was Ida Mae Fuller, who received $22.54 on January 31st, 1940. 42, the first ever televised presidential debate was between John F. Kennedy and Richard Nixon in 1960.
Nixon is in
43,
the
the
house.
U.S. rail network is comprised of nearly 140,000 miles of track and over 100,000 bridges. 44. Paul Geidel Jr. He served the longest prison sentence of any inmate in the United States. 68 years, 257 days. Now, there's another guy that spent more time in prison, but he had been out on parole for a few years, so Geidel spent his time continuously, even refusing to leave at one point. Yeah, they gave him parole and he refused to leave. He stayed an additional 6 years, then finally left to a nursing home. 45. The first automobile accident in the United States occurred in New York City in 1891. 46. The Louisiana Purchase, in which the U.S. bought vast amounts of land from France, costs only 3 cents an acre. 47. Yuma, Arizona's high school team is called the Criminals. The school was established in 1909. Yuma High's mascot came in when the original school building was destroyed by fire in 1910. The school then used the Yuma Territorial Prison, which had been closed for the next 3 years. Classes were actually held in the cell blocks, and assemblies took place in the prison hospital. Because of this, and the fact that a Phoenix newspaper one time called them a bunch of criminals because they thought they cheated in a football game, the name stuck. 48. The U.S. has the highest rate of opioid addiction in the world. 49. In 1893, there were only 2 cars in the state of Kentucky.
Still crashed.
They had a head-on collision. And number 50. The United States has the highest rate of teenage pregnancy among developed countries. I brought that up in a video a few years back, and some guy argued it was because of bikinis. Yes, teenagers' swimwear is getting them pregnant.
If that's what you think, you have a major problem, and don't be anywhere near school.
Yeah, stay well away from kids if that's what you think. There's always that one person in the comments that just has to take it there and make us all question, what were you up to before you logged into that computer or phone?
Please somebody check his search history.
So of course, a very big shout out to the original content creator. Make sure you check him out, give him a like, subscribe and share, and all that good YouTube stuff. And a very big shout out to you guys for sending this through. The funny thing about Briggs is he uses the most random video stock footage when he's talking about something. Sometimes it's exactly on par, but then he just has a man sitting there contemplating life to talk about a state. Briggs knows something we all don't about them certain states. So what is that, Briggs? Let us know. Let us know your thoughts on this below. How many of these facts did you know before coming into this video? Did know about the Wright brothers, the mountains of, is it Yosemite, if I'm saying that right?
Yosemite?
Yeah.
Yosemite.
Yoshi. So we did know about the serial killers one. We knew about the high consumption of chocolate.
And the prison, we knew about the prison.
Yeah, we knew about the prison system.
We knew about the car crash with the 2 cars as well. I don't know why we knew that, but we knew them.
So what were your thoughts on this, Danielle?
I knew about the weird town names as well. Did you know about them?
No, that's why I was still shocked about Chair.
Yay! No, some of them I didn't know. Some of them were a bit weird. The largest frying pan. Wouldn't mind breakfast down there.
That gives a whole new meaning to I want a full breakfast. Imagine you're paying for the cheap breakfast, but you say, no, I want it cooked and that, and then you get more food. That's a deal, and that's a bargain. That's something they should do. There you go, there's an idea for every American to get their gut game up.
I didn't know that America had the most tornadoes. Wild weather going on over there.
Will there be a sequel or prequel to Twister, knowing this information now?
Exactly. Some of these are really wild, so I want to know, what was the ones that couldn't make the list? We're going to have to look it up ourselves.
We really want to know what was left out here, because these facts sound very wild. If they're going to get you demonetized or taken down, or you have to put them somewhere else, I really want to know, I'm sure all you watching really want to know, just what the F was all that.
Yes, so Briggs, please put them somewhere so we can all see.
So that's been our 2 cents, and we will chop ourselves out of this.